So I just got off of a strategy call with a potential client, and I really went deep into his brand and where he's at and gave him some advice on how to improve it. One of the things that really stuck out to him is the social media section, because that's a big focus for us. And I just wanted to share with you what we went over. So the biggest thing here is that he has an agency and they're doing really good work, right? They're doing great with SEO and PPC and things like that. Unfortunately, their content isn't as good, and that's because that's not their focus. I was just at a conference for other agency owners, and all of them focus on SEO and PPC and things like that, but offer these other services. And what tends to happen is that you become a jack of all trades and a master at none. And I got a lot of heat because I don't with SEO, I don't with PPC, I don't mess with any of those things. We just do really good with content and Facebook ads, and that's it. And so it's cool because it's a great partnership for the agencies that are good at those other pieces and not good at what we offer. But one of the things that I think I was able to educate him on is that they're doing social media, but what does it mean to do social media if you're not really intentional? And how are you looking at the content? Like, what's the lens you're using to look at the content? 9 times out of 10, the lens that we're using is the business owner lens, which is a terrible idea. It's the wrong lens because you're looking at it from a point of almost desperation and sales. And when people are on social media, we want to be distracted. And so this is a slide that I made, just bear with me. Let me show you, okay? Here's why social media fails. People are on it to be distracted, right? That's why we're on social media. We just want to doom scroll. Like, I'm in the elevator and there's somebody standing there, like, that's awkward. I'm going to just scroll, right? Because I don't want to deal with them. I don't want to talk to them. I don't want to look at them. Or I'm at my job, I hate my life, and I just want to pull out my phone and scroll a little bit to be distracted, right? That's why we're on there. We are not on there to hear about how good your business. We are not on there to hear how many great reviews you have or anything like that. Nobody gives a shit. They're not there for that. They want to be distracted. We're looking for an escape and a tiny bit of joy to distract us from the real world, right? And distracting means something different to everyone, but typically it's something that's interesting, funny, or inspiring. Now, these two are AI generated, and old people haven't figured out what's AI and what's not, which is a little scary, but nonetheless, this has a ton of views. This has a ton of views. This has a ton of views. Like, it's engagement, right? And it's very focused on distracting. If you think about what you actually consume on social media, it's shit that's distracting. It's random. It's like this client, for example, it's golf videos, it's plane crashes, boat crashes, it's things like that, crashes. But the reason for that is it's distracting, right? And if we create content and we figure out a way to make it more distracting, your content's going to win. So if you're creating content for your business, you're running ads, nobody's watching it, nobody's consuming it, it's because it's not distracting enough, okay? Make content that's distracting. The example I shared with him was Toblerone, am I saying that right? The chocolate. I just heard about this, and now I didn't dive deep, so bear with me, but they just ran an ad that, did 86 million views or something organically. Do you know how much you would have to pay to have that kind of impression on Facebook? It's 1 to 3 cents per view, right? So if you do 86 million times 0.01, look at that. 860 grand of free media spend that they got because they created a strong organic ad campaign. And what it was is it's a little girl in the airport screaming and crying that she wants Toblerone. It's filmed with a phone as the perspective of some bystander that's posting this obnoxious little girl that's crying in the airport. And it went viral, right? No wonder. And just think about the impact that has versus, hey guys, we make really good chocolate. Can you buy our chocolate, please? Right? What the hell? Okay. So the biggest takeaway that he had is create the content that people actually want to consume. Content that's distracting. Here's why it needs to be distracting. We hate to be confused, confronted, or sold, because when we are confused, when we're confronted or sold, we have to think. And you need to minimize that. Humans are weird, and now with AI and everything, we are even more weird. We don't want to think about shit, especially when we're on social media. So create it in a way that makes them not have to think. And you might be wondering, okay, or thinking, hey, Douglas, that's great, but my business can't be interesting, funny, or inspiring. You're wrong. You're so wrong. Like, I know. I asked him, I was like, well, what's an inspiring thing that you guys could create? Oh, well, he had a few ideas. What's something funny that happens? What's something that's interesting? If your clients are about to purchase a swimming pool or spend $50,000 on a backyard or $200,000 on a backyard, do you think that they might find it interesting how the pool is made? Probably. Do you think they'd find it interesting, the different type of decking or finish? Do you think that that would be interesting to them? Yes. Interesting, it can fluctuate. Like once they have the pool, they're probably less interested in those things, but that's your target market right now, interested in those things. So create content around those things that they might find interesting. The way I do it with my clients, answer frequently asked questions. These are things that they're wondering. These are questions that they're answering. You can answer those. You can be the expert. Break false beliefs. Everyone has false beliefs about why it costs how much to spend. What do you actually need? A lot of people think you can do this, but that's not true. A lot of people think it costs this, but that's not true. A lot of people think that it's impossible to do this. That's not true, right? Break those false beliefs because they see you as the expert. It's how you build instant trust with people, right? Shows you're legit, positions you as the expert, and makes your ads work better because it warms people up. This is the worst mistake that pool guys make. You spend thousands of dollars a month on Facebook ads. You pay Facebook thousands of dollars to show your content to people, and then you have bad content and you don't have any content to back it up. When I see an ad or when I'm about to purchase something from a company, I do my research. I do some stalking. And guess what? Your reviews and your finished products are not enough because guess what? Your competition also has good reviews and also has great results. They have great finished products. So you showing off those two things does nothing. What I'm looking for when I'm digging deeper before I purchase something is a personality fit or a brand alignment, right? And so your content needs to have that personality because that's going to align people with your business. That's going to make them want to work with you. They see the results. They see the finished product. They see the reviews. They don't care about any of that. They want to see who you are, who your business is, who the people are that are going to be working on their project to see if they trust you and like you. And so creating content does that because now you're pouring money into ads. They're doing their research and they see you show up here. They're going to like you a lot more. Don't make this mistake. Get serious about content. It's so easy now. It's 2025. You've got a phone. Hey guys, we're out here. The excavator's coming in. We're about to dig this hole. This is really good dirt. This dirt is so, you can't even buy dirt this good. Look at this dirt. Look at this perimeter, blah, blah, blah. That's going to do really good for people who are thinking about building a pool because they're just, wow, look at this pool. I'm going to have a pool. I wonder how much goes into it. I wonder how the digging process works. You got to answer these questions and you have to show up.